We have now seen all of the Super Smash Bros. Character reveals for all of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The only characters we haven't seen are the 5 DLC characters that have yet to be announced. And with that, we now have a total of about 33 cinematic character reveals since the Wii U's day. So, we're going to rank together all of the 33 different reveals and show off the top 10 worst character reveals. Of course, Smash is known as being this great hype machine of excitement, but they've also made some character reveals that are pretty lackluster. This is going to be the culmination of that. If you'd like to see the top 10 best reveals, then do be sure to check the card on screen now to see exactly that. But otherwise, let's get started with the top 10 worst character reveals in the Super Smash Bros. History, since Wii U and onwards. Number 10, coming from the Wii U, it is the Wii Fit Trainer. She is supposed to be the fun, surprisey character, but her cutscene doesn't really do much, which is fine to a degree, but it's not as dramatic as everything else. After going against Mega Man and the Villager, we then have Link, Kirby, and Mario just doing some yoga in front of the screen. That's cute, it's fun, and then she just does a single attack, and they fly off. And that's it. Then we go into the regular gameplay trailer, and that's pretty much all we see of her. The only other thing we get is her doing some little stretches and thumbing up at the camera. It's minimal. It's the surprise element, but it's certainly not nearly as dramatic. You probably weren't even that excited about Wii Fit Trainer. Not necessarily because she's an underrated character that no one really cares about, but also the video didn't really hype her up. If the idea of being a goofy character that does push-ups halfway through a match interests you, then sure, you might be wonderfully excited to play as Wii Fit Trainer, but you probably weren't. Maybe if we saw Wii Fit Trainer actually putting up a really good fight for some random reason that wouldn't really make sense to what we imagined they would be like in reality, then you might be a bit more excited. But you're not. They go with the surprise white background effect, and it doesn't hype them up as much as everything else. Number 9 is the DLC character from Super Smash Bros. Bayonetta. The main reason being, she and all the DLC characters didn't get any kind of cutscene animation at all. She got an entirely gameplay-focused video. But at the very least, Bayonetta does this best. It starts off with Pit fighting against some enemies before Bayonetta reveals herself only in voice, making fans that understand who she is already excited about her appearance, whilst those that might not be in the know staying out of the know. Not to mention, having Pit as the angel and Bayonetta as the devil angel killer type works perfectly in theming her. Then she makes her appearance, again just in-game, and then starts actually fighting. The video does a good job of representing all her different moves and making her look all fancy and cool like, but that's about it. It's nice hyping, but it's, it's nowhere near those Lucina-style cutscene that we saw earlier. It's cool, but that's about it. Speaking of an entirely gameplay-focused trailer, number 8, the Piranha Plant. I know, I'm going there, I said it, right? I get, again, it is supposed to be the comedic, funny surprise character, but it's entirely done in gameplay, and that's a little bit less interesting, I think. It works in building the surprise that the Piranha Plant is actually a fighter by seeing them actually fight in game, but imagine if it was a cutscene instead. I think it would be better if it was legitimately a bunch of fallen Yoshis or Kirbys or just characters in general. Mario's like coming to investigate and it's just a single Piranha Plant comes out and like does some kind of whipping head move. Mario ducks again and then it's like Piranha Plant's going to fight you, and then it immediately jumps to gameplay of Piranha Plant doing the same thing. It would be even more of a crazy build-up considering the circumstances. Just seeing it in gameplay, while is a surprise for the first 5 seconds, you then just kind of get used to it, as much as you can by the idea that a Piranha Plant is in Super Smash Bros. That's about it. That's all there is beyond that point. It's just showing off all the different things he can do, which is, sure, new and references all sorts of things, but that's it. The original mystery is gone, and I feel like it could have been hyped up a little bit more if it just has cutscenes. Maybe I'm just some kind of graphics fanatic, but still, the Piranha Plant one is probably second best when it comes to gameplay-focused video reveals, but still makes it pretty low overall. This is going to be a running theme, as number 7 is the reveal for Lucas. Once again, they are entirely shown through gameplay only, but it does try to evoke a lot of emotion in it, which I must credit it for. We see Ness getting completely destroyed from all sorts of characters, really making you feel sorry for Ness until, much like the reverse of Subspace Emissary, Lucas makes a sudden appearance to Ness's rescue. He's a fan favorite that people wanted to come back from the Mother series, and here he is coming out of nowhere. It's a great little way of actually keeping it themed, making it a little emotive, and then going into generic gameplay footage. Obviously every character gets gameplay footage, but to make the reveal this quality, though not the best but still pretty damn good with just gameplay, I can't say it's terrible, but it could be a lot better in places, obviously. Number 6 is the reveal for Roy from Super Smash Bros. Wii U. And this is because, again, it's a gameplay trailer one, but it's using even less than the previous ones. Whilst the others tried to push the boundaries of what a gameplay character reveal could be, this one really doesn't cut it. All we get from Roy himself is a single voice line with a cut to black. Before that, we get a little bit of gameplay editing in the form of 4 Fire Emblem characters charging in with that tear effect, but otherwise, it's just Roy popping in. He's sealing the deal by just existing. There's not a lot of theming, just some Fire Emblem characters here and there. And then it's don't forget about me, I'm here too. Very lackluster. I mean, I like the shots in some of these places, but otherwise, yeah, Roy. He's got a voice line at the end. Great. And now we're reaching the top 5 worst character reveals, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say Dark Pit. The full character reveal moment of Dark Pit's era is amazing. Seeing Super Smash Bros. Represented as a 2D anime animation is fantastic. This Link versus Pit fight is unbeatable in building hype for this future character, and the Palutena reveal is pretty good. It's all fun, gameplay on the side, build up, good, great animation, works all lovely together. And then Dark Pit appears at the end. But it's not a giant reveal, he just lands on the ground. Palutena says,
Dark Pit, you just dropped in to crash my party?
And all Dark Pit says is,
Uh-huh.
Literally the most minimal amount of voice he could use for a tiny little slide of a reveal afterwards. It's not a nice surprise, it's not a big, oh my god, he's also fighting. He just lands and then says, aha. Like it's the most anticlimactic way you could ever announce a character. Except it's only top 5 on this list. But still, I guess I have to give it points because of how well the animation is and how much of a build-up everything else is, but Dark Pit's the worst part of this trailer. And he's supposed to be like a surprise reveal at the end. No. Not a fan. Number 4 is Mewtwo. His reveal in Smash Wii U wasn't even a reveal trailer. It wasn't a reveal at all. It was more like a business meeting. We just saw a nice wireframe build-up of him, like a tiny animation, whilst we just hear, Mewtwo is in production. We're working on him. I would have preferred to wait. In all honesty, I would have preferred to wait for a gameplay trailer or wait for an actual cutscene. Just saying straight up, oh, he's being made, here's a screenshot. Like, leave that for the leakers, please. You couldn't make this any less dramatic. People still freaked out, sure, it's Mewtwo, but if this was any other character, who cares? You could not make this any less interesting. Number 3 is Daisy. The only thing she actually has on her side is editorial timing. They say, oh, here comes a new character. There's a moment of silence, and she pops up and taunts. That's literally all she has outside of the gameplay fighting part. No more secret voice, no more theming and build-up. Hey, she's popping out a warp pipe and taunting. It's nice because she was the first Smash Ultimate characters to be revealed, But they were really scraping to make this as uninteresting as possible, huh? Oh my god, that's even worse. And this is gonna be a running theme, as number 2 is Crumb, almost exactly the same as Daisy. Again, the only thing they've got is editorial timing. We get the Fire Emblem playing, an empty screen, and then just his feet landing. I guess it's a little bit of mystery, but it's like the most minimal thing you could possibly do. And then he stands up completely expressionless, doesn't taunt, doesn't speak. Oh no, look, he's in the battle now, and then it goes into gameplay. This is just, you couldn't make it any less interesting. Literally, he was more interesting when he was just part of someone's final smash. That was more interesting as a reveal. Or when he was actually animated into a cutscene just saying, oh, I'm not in the game. Sorry, kids. He literally is more interesting here when he's not being revealed than when he is. He got no justice in this game, and he just, look, there's his shoulder. Oh, he's got a sword, oh. You couldn't make this up. I would have preferred to wait, see something better. I get that these Nintendo Directs were all sort of building up more to the Ridley reveal at the end, but these character reveals didn't interest me. It's more like a, oh, well, that's that over, you know? Oh my god, that's bad. But we're not done yet. There's still one more character in the exact same vein as Daisy and Crumb that we haven't discussed. The worst character reveal in all of Smash Bros. Is Dark Samus. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Here's a black hole, and they're here. There wasn't a pause. We're zoomed in now. There's no animation around the design. She's not given a moment to appear. She's just, boom, there she is. She exists. Now it's into the gameplay. There's no hype, there's no build-up. We already had a reveal cutscene prepared in the Metroid region. You could have hinted it there. What if the face was just in the background as a thing on the side? Or just anything better than just, oh, they're on screen now. There's no waiting, there's no build-up, there's no secret to their reveal, there's no mystery, not pointing out their details. They're just there. Two highly requested fighters, and just given like a literal kick onto the battlefield. It's like, oh, you're going now. Great. In the past, we've had amazing cutscene animations, we've had mystery, we've had build-up, but this is the epitome of absolutely nothing. You couldn't miss on every element that a reveal should have other than showing what the character is than this reveal. It is terrible. Did anyone even care when Dark Samus appeared? There wasn't excitement. It was like, oh, Dark Samus. Cool. That's probably the most that character ever got. Hopefully, that is the worst reveal that Smash will ever get. But then again, the DLC characters of Smash Wii U didn't exactly get the best treatment. Many only getting gameplay trailers, some getting a tiny little animation if you're lucky, and others actually getting a mini full kind of cutscene adaptation from their game. We'll see. But I haven't got my highest of hopes for these final 5 DLC characters. We can only hope that the reveal of them's actually going to be pretty damn good. And also aren't going to be leaked. That would be nice too. Anyway, that is about it for the top 10 worst character reveals. If you've got any disagreements of characters I might have forgotten, or you just really like the ones that I said, do be sure to let me know, as I actually ended up missing out 3 characters in this list that I thought were part of the top 10, but were actually part of the top 13, and none of those 3 you probably would have liked to hear me ramble on about so negatively. Regardless, if you would like to see the top 10 best Smash character reveals, then do be sure to check out my other Smash video coming out at the same time as this one. But otherwise, my name's been Daz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. Thank you to my patrons, the Shepherd256, Dylan Brill, DazzleKitty, Melchor Velasco, Farian, kritikill, Daniel, Luke, Wrathberries, and Jim for supporting me on Patreon and helping me pay for food. I'm a small YouTuber, what can you do? If you'd be interested in supporting me or seeing my other links, then they are on screen now, but otherwise, I should stop talking because this is the ending screen. It works in building the it works in the Piranha Plant one. It was probably as best as it could, because once again, and this is because it's And this is because, once again,